Budapesten az indiai nagykövetségen jártunk, ahol a leköszönő nagykövettel, Kumar Tuhin úrral beszélgettünk India függetlenné válásának 75 éves évfordulója alkalmából. Kumar Tuhin úr 2018-as kinevezése óta volt India magyarországi nagykövete, ezelőtt az Egyesült Államokban, Vietnámban, Kínában, Namíbiában és az ENSZ-ben látott el diplomáciai feladatokat.
It is indeed an honor for me to represent India. Now, India gives different impressions and images to different people. And many who do not know India deeply probably still carry some of the old images of India. What I would like to mention is that India is a vibrant country today which houses 1/7 of humanity. About 65% of Indian population is less than 35 years of age. So it's a very, very youthful nation. It is the 5th largest economy in terms of nominal GDP. I could go on like this, but some of the facts which I would be very happy to mention to you is it's a nation which has a lot of dreams and ambition for its young people, where youth are pursuing science and technology. India is the country which was able to reach Mars in its very first mission. Indian Space Research Organization was able to send 104 satellites into orbit in first attempt itself. So India is not only a big reservoir of humanity, but is also a beacon of democracy, a very, very pulsating and vibrant economy, and I think is also going to be the engine of world growth for some time. We celebrate our Independence Day on 15th of August. So that is the day when India became independent from the British colonial rule. But I am very happy to mention to you here that India as a nation is not 75 years old. Indian history actually goes back to several millennia, and Indian civilization also has thousands years of history. But still, we are proud that in the last 75 years, Government of India and our people, as an independent nation, we have achieved a lot of success, many achievements, and therefore, as a proud nation, we happily celebrate Independence Day of India on 15th of August. This Independence Day is quite special because on 15th of August 2022, we complete 75 years. And 75 years, as you know, is a very, very important milestone. So our Prime Minister, when he was talking about this Independence Day and asking people of India to celebrate, he gave us 5 main pillars. And these pillars were: 1, we should of course reflect on our freedom struggle. Then we should also have some ideas, new ideas at 75 years. We should create also some actions at 75 years. We should also be proud of our achievements at this point of time. And the 5th one is we should also have some resolve of where India could belong in future. So these are the 5, I think, main pillars which my Prime Minister mentioned. And I will again like to repeat the same thing also as message on this occasion to the audience. India is a democratic country. India is also a large country which is playing its role in multilateral organizations. India is currently also a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council for the 21-22 year term. If you look at our development partnership history, so we provide assistance and help to a large number of countries, both in our neighborhood and also in other parts of the world. So therefore, India is a very, very important member of the international community. And the message to our partners is that as India grows and as India develops further, our partnership and our friendship with the international community and world is going to be stronger. And we are going to play even stronger and more important role in ensuring peace and prosperity of the world. You see, any nation like India, which is such a large nation, there are so many things that can be actually brought out as message or as celebration. So what we have decided is that we will be celebrating 75 weeks prior to our Independence Day, and we will be celebrating it till August 2023. So basically, more than 1.5 years, our celebrations will continue to go on. So our program is going to be in many areas. It will be cultural program. It will also be the economic activity. It will also be the political part. So there are so many activities that will be taking place at the same time. This is again a question which actually has been asked by many people as to how India, which has so many nationalities, which has so many languages, which has so many religions, how can India function as one country? But the important thing to note here is that even though we have many languages, we have many races, we have many ethnicities, but as a civilization, India is one country. And therefore, if you see people in India who live in the south of India, if they are moving to, say, north, moving to east or west, they continue the same message. They still feel that they are part of the same nation. And that is the beauty of our nationhood. If you see, India has been home to so many nationalities over a large number of years. In fact, probably India is one country where you will find even those nationalities which are not now present in their original country. They were facing persecution and they left and they came. And this actually is due to the ever encompassing nature of Indian people and our culture, because it's a very tolerant religion and people society which permit people to use whatever religion practice, whatever cultural practices, and whatever other practices they want to use, it allows them to use. And therefore the same ideology and same thing also applies in case of minorities. So our minorities, our laws allow them to use all the provisions of the law are same, whether it is for minority or majority. But there are some provisions which are especially applicable to our minority, and we give them even more privileges. For example, there are some educational institutions, and we allow our minorities to run those educational institutions for their own children. And this is a thing which allows them to keep their own special thing, but while being a part of the whole nation. I think I should mention to you about the speech of my former foreign minister. And in her speech, she mentioned that Romani people are children of India. This is what was mentioned in her speech, and this was again a very important speech which she gave. And in that speech, she had mentioned that a large number of people who left India and they settled in, say, Europe. But even when they settled in Europe, they still carried the feeling and the love for India. And even though you see more than 20 million people who are spread over 30 different nationalities, and this is what I think Romas were. But even then, they continued in their heart the love for India and unity and all the good feelings about India. So this, I think, is a very unique strength of our relationship with the Romani people. Yeah, as I probably mentioned in the beginning, that we consider Romani people to be related to the Indian people, and even though they had left India many centuries ago, but they still carried the culture, civilization, and the bonding and linkage with India. So our view and our policy is to continue these linkages, to make them as strong as possible. But we also know that some of these issues are also a bit sensitive because over many centuries, Romani people, wherever they are staying, they have become assimilated in that country and that culture itself. So this is an issue where people living in some other country, of course they are nationals of that country, and their affiliation, their loyalty, their citizenship belongs to that country. But even while keeping all that, at cultural level, at emotional level, their bondings and their roots with the country of their origin can still be strengthened. And therefore, within this paradigm and within this contour, we will be very happy to work and strengthen our partnership and cooperation with the Romani people. If you see India's old history, in a large part of what you see today as Southeast Asia, and also a big chunk of Western Asia and Northern Africa, actually it was under Indian influence. But all this was achieved not by the sword or by Indian armies, but it was actually achieved by trade. It was achieved by Indian religion and culture and Buddhist thoughts and Hindu thoughts which moved to these countries. So you were absolutely right in mentioning that even though India has all the ingredients of superpower, but this we want to exercise not through an army or through threat of using force, but actually through the power of Indian thought, our economy, our people, and our influence, which we can exercise through many other elements. For example, Indian movies are so popular in many other countries. I have met many friends from foreign countries, and they'll be happy to sing Indian songs of Indian movies. So these are some of those elements of influence and of love which India benefits from, and it also goes to reassure the international community that India as a large country, as a growing country, as a big economy, there's nothing to be actually afraid of, but actually India will be a partner in peace, and India will also be a partner in development of the entire world. As embassy, of course, we need to be working on all aspects of our relationship. And the most important, of course, is the political. So I'm very happy to note that in the last 3 years that I have been ambassador here, our political relations have been very close, and they have also become even more closer and consolidating due to frequent visits that our leaders have been taking. Of course, last 1.5 years, because of Corona and because of pandemic, we could not do much. But still, our foreign ministers are in regular touch. We have held a meeting of our joint committee of science and technology. The trade is still growing on. Apart from that, also in cultural area, even though again Corona and pandemic was a bit of an issue, but despite that, we managed to keep the cultural exchanges and also the dialogue and contact between the people to people going, and this was very important. So if you tell me what am I focusing now in terms of contacts, maybe the 3 T's, which is tourism, then technology, and of course also travel between the two countries. Yeah. So this is what probably will be focusing on. India and Hungary already have very close cultural ties. And I know that Dikh TV is a very, very important TV channel, and a lot of people watch this TV. So what we should be doing is that we could use your TV channel actually to promote the cultural bonds which already exist between India and Hungary. We could, for example, now we are celebrating 75 years of Indian independence. So there are a large number of programs that we are doing. We are doing documentary shows, we are screening films, we are doing music shows where Indian and Hungarian artists are performing together to bring out our common cultural ties. There are also, for example, quizzes and contests that we are organizing. So we could let you know about these programs, and some of the elements you can again partner with us. Also, for example, what Dikh TV can do is that you can also, in some of the programs, you can help us organize it, and we could give you advance notice of these events happening, and which you can again pass it on to your viewers. So I think Dikh TV will be a very, very important channel and very, very close partner for us in taking the message which we have. One is about our friendship between India and Hungary, close cultural ties, and also through this cultural ties to expose more and more of India to Hungarian people and build, therefore, the bridges of friendship between us. There is a large number of actually events that we have organized over the last few years. So, we celebrated 150 years of Mahatma Gandhi's birth anniversary. And 1 full year, we were organizing a number of programs here in Hungary. Also, recently, we celebrated 160th anniversary of Rabindranath Tagore. And Tagore was in Balaton-Fured. He came here and he recovered. So we organized some events in Balaton-Fured in the partnership with the mayor's office there. Now, under the 75th anniversary of Indian independence, we have a very large number of events planned, which includes, for example, planting of trees, 75 trees. We organized a charity event when we distributed free food to the needless people and homeless and needy people in Hungary. We are also planning to do LED projection of some iconic stories and events on Hungarian landmarks that we are planning. We will also get some large cultural troops from India and organize cultural programs here. And apart from that, of course, doing a number of seminars and quizzes and also exhibitions. The idea is that during our independence movement, there have been some things which we did together, where Hungarian people and Indian people did together, that we can bring out those elements. Plus, we do all those elements not only to showcase the Indian cultural diversity and cultural vibrancy, but also if we can do events together with our Hungarian friends, so that it becomes a partnership. So, as an example, only a few weeks ago, we organized a screening of a dance video here, where we had 4 or 5 Hungarian dancers, and they had received training in India, and then they came back, and through their dance they performed classical Indian dances, and through dance gave tribute to Indian independence. So it was again a very, very overwhelming and very, very nice event that we had organized. So you could be seeing many more events, and I would be very happy to share these details with Dikh TV. What we are mentioning is that India offers a number of scholarships, educational scholarships, and I think it will be a very good idea if we can strengthen our cooperation in educational field and in cultural field with the Romani people. For example, there are 2 schools. One is Gandhi Gymnasium in Pech, and also Ambedkar School near Miskolc. So with both the schools, we have very close partnership. We go virtually every year, meet with the people, the students, and we would be also very happy to offer scholarships to Romani students to come to India, utilize these scholarships and get higher studies in India. So this will not only build their skill level and also build their expertise and get better jobs and better positions here. But once they spend time in India and also build their networks and make Indian friends, I think this will be extremely useful in strengthening the ties and roots of friendship between us. Thank you very much for coming, and it has been an honor speaking to Dikh TV, and it was a pleasure also meeting you again today.
Kumar Tuhin úrnak és kedves családjának további jó egészséget kívánunk, nektek pedig köszönjük a megtisztelő figyelmet. Ne feledjétek, jövő hét szombaton 18 óra 25 perckor ismét lesz majd Tomenca, addig is jó egészséget!